watch this later on. Thank you for watching. I swear I'm working on catching up on my YouTube comments and making sure that I'm totally caught up. What the hell? Sorry. So, there we go. So, anyway, about to do my skincare. About to eat a little breakfast because I'm a little hungry. Get this day started. I'm at home today. I have a paper that I have got to finish today to get it in. But anyway, how are you? So we're putting a little skincare on. We're gonna have a little yogurt while we do this in between, get everything ready. So anyway, I'm feeling like my skin, I got this whole routine down pretty good and it's going well. So we're not gonna mess with a good thing. We're not gonna mess with a good thing. Hey, handsome. Somebody gonna look at that like, dang, what happened? This is my night treatment. This is my day treatment. Okay, so getting my day started, trying to get my skincare done. Then I gotta go write. I gotta finish this paper, get it turned in. Well, I gotta turn in this paper today. Now, I told y'all. Ooh, I got to. Okay, let me get a little. Because she be feeling a little something, something. So I need to put. This is the eye treatment in the morning. But I might need to give her something else. Anyway. I got a story to tell. But let's start off with the bullshit I get myself into. So anyway, as you all come in and watch this later on, because I know some of y'all watch it later, I got this email from a UK brand talking about a fabulous sale they were having. The sale is so good, but the caveat was you had to, after the discount, you had to have spent a certain amount of money, right? So basically what it was, okay, we're going to give you this incredible discount, but you're going to have to buy every bottle in this collection to get the discount. So me being me, y'all know what happened, right? The bottles will be coming. The bottles will be coming. Because the discount was so good that it was like, right, I mean, you know I did it. You were in on it. But it was like, the discount was so good. I mean, come on now. After the discount, even with shipping, that was less than 2 bottles full retail. That was less than 2 bottles full retail. Come on now, we had to go for it. We had to go. I mean, it was a no-brainer. And the notes look good. Why did I see somebody? I was looking up I was looking them up, you know, trying to see if there's any videos about them. And I saw this one video, and it was a guy, you know, saying that, you know, be careful of niche brands and all this other stuff, right? This particular niche brand, because they're not, and he had a really bad experience with them. And I was thinking, I don't know why your experience was so bad. I mean, right, I really did. I don't know why his experience was so bad though. I mean, like his experience was terrible on their website, but then he didn't buy from their website. He bought off of eBay. He was talking about Testament. He was talking about them. And he said he had a really bad experience with their website. He said like he tried to put one thing in his bottle. Hey, Kelly. He tried to put one thing in his cart. It put a different thing in his cart. It was really weird. And then he said he then bought it off of eBay. And then he was not impressed. He said it was like, he said they're like a Middle Eastern brand. Hey, Alicia. Let me just say this. He said it like, you could tell he's a... I thought they are out of the UK. They are? But what he said was, you know, there's no better than a Middle Eastern brand like Latafa. I'm like, but they do make quality. Just because they're pricing. Okay, see, that's why he didn't understand that. He was like, it says Sweet Arabian. I don't understand. Okay, that makes sense because he didn't know that. But here was the thing. He said it's so disparaging. Like being a Middle Eastern brand was like, oh my God. You buy Middle Eastern fragrances? That's the way he came off. And that a Middle Eastern brand can't cost money. I was thinking, right. I was thinking, you do know Amouage and Nishane are technically Middle Eastern brands. That's what that was. I'm just telling. When he mentioned it, like he said, it was like Latafa. He was said it was like Latafa. No, I'm sorry. Latafa does make quality. They might not charge, and they might dupe a lot of shit, but their shit is quality. At the end of the day, their stuff is quality. Right? I'm gonna assume he just meant like Latafa, Al Haramain, you know, those cheap Middle Eastern brand. It was like, dude, you sound crazy. And then on top of it, mayonnaise. Mayo sapien. Woo, I can't stand you. He was a mayo sapien. Oh, those were good ones. Ninja and I've never heard mayo sapien. I know we all know Ninja. But yeah, it was just like, So that was quite interesting to me. And then oh, this is so good. This is a terrible yogurt, but it's so good. Anyway, so yeah, I got those 5 coming. Got 5 coming. Woo-hoo. I can't wait. I'm excited to smell them. And I know ain't nobody gonna have these because no one talks about this company. I never hear anybody talking about them. So I am excited to get them. I know other than D'Angelo who told me about them. Oh, I wish they got here before me and Jerry gonna do a live. Mm. If they make it here before the live, y'all, I'ma stick his face in it. Now I've never watched him. Maybe he does this all the time. But my thing was, you got it off of eBay. You don't even know if it's good. Hello, Vincent. What you doing up this early? It's early. You on the West Coast, man. What you doing up this early? It's called Testament. Mm. Listen, don't be stalking me like I'm your friend. How was did you have was your trip amazing? Vincent went to Paris and Venice. Color me jealous. Jet lagged. Okay. I'm about to say because you should be asleep, man. It's early. It's like 6:15. So now, let me just tell y'all why my son-in-law almost got cussed out this morning. Let me tell y'all why the boy almost got cussed out. And then we're going to talk about other things because I need to vent. So I am off today because I got some stuff to do. I got to do this training for my job. I got an IEP to write. I ain't going to get this all done, but the main thing is I have to get, my paper done and uploaded today. So I took the day off. Last night, I said, hey, I was like, hey, we're gonna be home. We're gonna be working from home like you. Okay, remember that. He said, really? I said, yeah. So I took the day off. This morning, apparently, he was upstairs talking about the kids could stay home today. Now, luckily, my daughter has more sense than her husband because he always talking about the kids need a break. They are in daycare. He be lonely here, y'all. Let me just say this because he be sitting here by himself all day working. He be lonely. Okay. Every once in a while, he'd be like, Cardi need to stay home. He want Cardi to stay home. Now, Bianca said she told him, you're not taking a day off? He like, because I'm here. Oh, let's have the kids home. Hello? B was like, are you taking a day off? Oh, so you work? I said, no. She was like, Mom got things to do. The whole point of me taking a day off was so I could do some things, not watch kids all day. He don't need a break from it. I'm telling you, he be lonely. Because he here all day by himself. And remember, we had almost 2 years where we were all here. Now he's by himself. And especially now because B used to work 3 days from home. So they were still, you know what I'm saying? She was only going to his office 2 days. Now that we work together, she's gone all day. He just lonely. Y'all, he just lonely. But don't you dare say they need to stay home on a day that I take off. If you want them home and you take the day off, because I swear to y'all, he don't take a day off. If they were here right now, they would be with me. And then maybe they would be with him for a little while. And he'd be like, can you watch him? I got a meeting. He always got meetings. He works. What the fuck? Are you insane? No. No. See, like, if it's just him and Kari, it's okay. Kari, 3 years old. Kari got his iPad. He can have him in the room with him, like, and he can work. take his little breaks. Kari's right there. But with Brooklyn, you can't do that with that little 1 year old doing every damn thing she could do, living her best life. No, she can walk now. And that's the whole point. That's what B said. Are you taking the day off? Because she got things, because mom got stuff to do. So his idea is, oh, she's taking the day off. So the kids can stay home. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. Doesn't work like that. And don't get me wrong. We know I love my grandkids. But there are times when I can't do that. And you should ask if I want to. Because he was talking like this weekend. And B always says, you need to ask mom. He was talking about he want, like he want to go out to lunch. He want to do like a little date. I ain't got no problem with that. But you do need to run it past me because you don't know if I had any plans. So it was like he just back there talking about, yeah, I want to go. And I yelled from the living room, did you ask your babysitter? Because he like, yeah, we could go, we had lunch, we could do this, we can do that. And I asked, hey, did you ask your babysitter? Right. And you know what, a day off and just not going to work, either one of them, that's my choice if I'm gonna watch kids. Hell, I might have been worn out and just want to take a nap. Because see, this is how he rolls, because he don't have to get up. He helps with the kids in the morning, gets them in the car. We leave about 6:45, between 6:45 and 7. And he goes back upstairs and goes back to sleep for a minute. He takes because he ain't got to start until 8:30. He usually don't start between 8:30 and 9. And then he take a nap during the middle of the day. I ain't mad at him because I do the same damn thing if I could. So you are well rested, sir. So when I take a day off, I'm just supposed to be here with the kids. Now don't get me wrong, he will take the kids, but he ain't gonna do that. Oh, that wouldn't have gone down. Mm-mm. 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 No, 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 no. Because whenever he's talking about them doing something, B has to remind him, you need to clear it to make sure she's not gonna be here. Or she wants to. And of course, if I'm here, it's not a big deal. But you don't know if I'm making any plans. I could be. Lord knows I ain't been lately. He gonna hate me this summer. And now I'm saying this right now. Oh, she saved his life. She really did. Cause I'd have been like, no, oh no, 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 no. I'd have came right down here and closed the door. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because even like we just found out I have a spring break and we found out the kids don't have it. Yay. But I know I was telling B, I said, I know I want to take them someplace that week. We should take them someplace. So probably like Friday, they're not going to go to school. But I'm thinking we're going to take them someplace. Like maybe, depending on how the weather is, we'll go to the zoo or we'll go to the, museum, maybe to the aquarium, something like that. Hi, Hersense. How are you? So, yeah, that's what happened. But it didn't happen. Huh. And so I put out my birthday wish list and said, I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good. And went bad within the day. The same day I posted up my fucking birthday wish list, which said I'm going to be a little more practical. I was fucking impractical. Vincent, you still here? Because I got some things to talk about. I got some questions. I don't know. Because with my mama, I had a situation, it was like this. But it's just like, okay, so let me get back on here. Cause Vincent, why you here? Yeah, we're suckers. I mean, I'm a sucker. I admit it. Just like I was telling Bianca, I said I need my list for their clothes because we know that I'm the that I'm the wardrobe person. And the thing is, it's always one because like Bianca understands me and understands the gift they have of me. So she always asks me if I say, yeah, I ain't watching no kids. She'd be like, okay, right? But it's always one parent, especially if it's a two-parent household, always one. He like, oh shoot. Cause the last time I was off, he did that shit. The last time. That's why I was like, mm-mm. Here we go. Let me go. Let me just go on and do this. So Vincent, I was looking on for Grantica. Since you're here, I was about to put you on my birthday wish list, but I said, now that is real presumptuous of you. So let me tell you why I was gonna put you on my wish list. It's because I went on for Grantica and I saw a few things that I was like interested in, but of course they're not out. And I didn't know about you back then. So let me just tell you the ones that I was looking at. Can we talk about succubus? Yeah. I mean, I know the grandkids will have a certain relationship with me. And here's the deal. No kidding. And it is what it is. And they love their parents. Don't get me wrong. He loves his dad. They love their parents, and it's a good thing. But I see how the grandparent thing works now that I'm one. Because I swear to y'all, I will be sitting on the couch trying to watch TV, and they don't believe I have personal space, these two little kids. Kari will be right here, and then Brooklyn will toddle over and be right here, and I got her head on here, and he's on this side of me. I'll be like, can I breathe? Can I move? What if I gotta pee? Okay, so let's talk about succubus. Let me tell y'all the notes in succubus. Lychee, pitaya. I'm gonna have to smell that. Vanilla, white wine, musk, cashmeran, floral notes, incense, immortelle, melon, mandarin orange, and cedar. Does that not sound good? Okay. I'm just. And incubus sounded good too. Let me just look at incubus. I'm telling you, I was all over here. This one sounds good too, y'all. Listen to this. Cloves, caramel, benzoin, whatever this damn thing is, copa you. I know what succubus is. That's why I want it. Listen, anything that has a sexual undertone, I want. So he has succubus and incubus. Now we know incubus is the male succubus, but hey, we are moving in gender fluidity. Isoe super vanilla, maple musk, and cashmere. Mm-mm-mm. That sounds delicious, doesn't it? Now, a little bird told me this one should be coming back. And I don't know how I missed it the last time it came out, but a little bird said it might be coming back. Might be. Vanilla opioid. Why do I need this? How did I miss this? Nobody bought them. That's because they didn't know anything, Vincent. These motherfuckers, listen, you know I got an issue with these motherfuckers who just jump on these hype trains. I'm about to put you on a hype. I'm going to try to figure out how to put you on a TikTok hype train. Because if I get you on TikTok, your ass ain't going to be, you're going to be like, Lou, stop talking about me. Leave me alone. I can't keep up with it. I'm going to start talking about you all the time. I'm going to get these motherfuckers to start ordering from me. Vanilla opioid, whipped cream, creme brulee, amaretto, vanilla, castus, opium, oud, musk, pink lotus, and vanilla. You got it. Honey, yeah, they wasn't ready for you. They weren't. They weren't. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. We're gonna I'm gonna practice, I'm gonna work on them. I'm gonna start doing I'm gonna talk about at least one of your fragrances once a week. Because TikTok is where these motherfuckers buying, honey. That shit get hype and they be like, I need it, I need it. Let me start talking about you. I'll be like, what y'all doing? Because I'm sort of positioning myself as a person. Don't ask me about that shit that everybody buy. Because I don't buy it. You know, they be like, do you have Donna Born aroma? Do I look like I got Donna Born aroma? Not to say, not to say that, not to say that Donna Born aroma ain't good. But like I try to tell them, why you want to ask me about it? Right? Why you want to ask me about it when you can go and watch 1,000 people talking about it? Right? That's my thing. Y'all want to see the same fucking reviews of the same shit over and over again. Cause can we just talk about the hype of Yum Pistachio? I was thinking about getting it, but y'all know who I am. I'm seeing all these people talking about it. I'm like, you know what? I don't need that shit. I didn't even bother to go look for her. I was like, yeah, whatever. And the reason why is because when I hear all of that hype, I be like, I can pass. I can pass. Because it's just like, oh, here we go again. I hate the sheep mentality. The whole point to me of like doing stuff like this is to see different things. Be somebody, just do something different. Everybody want to jump on. The women are the worst, right? The women are the worst. And I'm just being honest. The women of Fragcom are the worst because they are moving like the, because they are moving like the beauty community and rushing to get something that everyone's talking about so they can be the first person to talk about it and blah, blah, blah. And Kayali doing her, I ain't mad at Kayali because Kayali doing her thing. Huda doing, Mona doing her thing because she got all these bras jumping through hoops to get her PR. They jumping. They jumping. They are jumping. That's the thing. As a brand, if you're going to give some stuff out to people to try, you need to be willing to take the bad too. Because the bad means that the people that you give it to, they're going to trust you better. So, and they'll trust you as a company. Because the thing is, if you give me something and I don't say, I say, yeah, that wasn't that good. I like this one, but this didn't work. Ugh. Then, and you continue to send it to me, that says something about your integrity as a brand. You're not looking just for people to give you negative, positive reviews. You're looking for honest information, right? You're looking for honest information, which then makes it more authentic, which then means that, but as an influencer, as a person doing this, you have to be willing to say, fuck it. If these brands don't want to talk to me and they won't send it to me anymore, fuck it. Because that's the problem. People get so geeked and so excited that they're getting PR, that they're getting some stuff for free, that they forget I should tell the truth about it. Because if you don't, then people are going to look at you and give you the side eye, and it doesn't have the same merit. It doesn't have, you know what I'm saying? And then you are screwing up your credit, and then your credibility is slowly being shot. That's why people talk about Demi Rowland all the time, because they feel like she's doing that, she does that. So now people, people who've been listening to her for a while, um, are now saying, okay, okay, Demi. You know what I'm saying? Then you have the people like, we know Jeremy Fragrance, he crazy. Jeremy's in a whole different space. But then that's what happens. And then that's what makes it bad for you to get PR. Um, right? Right. Yeah. Exactly. Right? Wait a minute. Who showed you sense? Who showed you sense? Oh, I missed that part. Right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Parfums de Marley. Yeah. Yeah. Now let me say, when Delina was Delina, she was different. She was a little different, right? But now that's the DNA everybody does, and that's okay. But and that's why it's like now, like, because somebody asked me about Delina, I said, when I got Delina, it was different. No, it was just getting popular. So I didn't, there wasn't this expectation of it, right? It wasn't an expectation for me. So when I got it, I enjoyed it because I didn't have all these high expectations based on everybody talking about it. To be quite honest, I like Delina. I don't think it's as, right? I don't think it's all that at this point. You know, Rose and Lychee when I got it, right? Um, yeah, and see, and that was the thing, because I know at one point I was like, I'm gonna get all these PDMs. And I've tried them and I was like, they didn't like make me go, oh, okay, I need it. Like I tried Safanai, people be like, oh my God, Safanai. It's a nice orange blossom. It really is. But I have other nice orange blossoms that cost me less, or I love more, like Fleurs d'Oranger by Serge Lutens, because it's a powerful orange blossom. So I'm like, and I'm not gonna knock anybody. Um, her sis, you ain't checked him out, honey. Honey, welcome to our world. But it was like, but and so I'm not gonna knock anybody because they are good. But it's like, if you stay in this space of just what you're hearing about, then you're gonna be in trouble. Now, here's the thing: if you want samples right now, because go to Perfumology, because they do sell samples. Vincent does not sell samples himself on his website. Go to Perfumology if you want to try a few. However, I can tell you, that ones that you should look for: Edolan, on Erosion. I could go on and on. Never mind. I'll be here all day. Bees and Butterflies, Sugaring, Candyman, Dreamwalking, Ghost Dance. Oh, I should wear Ghost Dance today when I'm working. I wanted to try Ojan. I still haven't tried Ojan. But see, the thing is, Vincent, you are a perfumer. So you can go to any of these people. You're gonna be out here like what's his name? You're gonna be out here like Aaron Terrence Hughes. Cause Aaron Terrence Hughes is hilarious. He just be like giving it to him. Right? He be giving it to him. Hey, remember that's how he started. He be like, no, that's okay. He like, we're good. I was in Neiman, and we know I don't go there that often. I was like, that's Ojan. That's the one that smells like tobacco beneath. Right. Yeah, I'm not a huge Aaron Terrence Hughes fan, but he is hilarious. He just make you be rethinking what you bought. You be like, damn you. I be like, damn you. Why you say all that? Okay, 8:39. Yep. Okay, skin's looking good, y'all. We're gonna sit here for a minute longer. For a few more minutes. I got myself on a timer. I gotta let this soak in. Um, Post the information where to for Vincent. Yes, I am done. Yeah, he straight disses. Yeah, and there was two of them. Cause you tell me 8 I need a few more calories in my life. Um, but yeah, here. Yeah, so yeah, you was just a little ahead of your time. Let me see what else I saw. And I don't want you necessarily to put these out, but I'm just gonna let y'all see some stuff that he did that we don't know about. Yeah, this is before. This one was the other one. Oh my gosh. You had another gardenia one. I bet you didn't nobody get this one, did they, Vincent? What is it called? It's called ravissement. Ravissement? This one? Come on. This one is frangipani, gardenia, musk, kumquat, and uzu. Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds good too. That sounds so refreshing and pretty for the summertime. And now if we could just get JC to start making fragrances again. I know, right? You know, because I, unlike some of these people, and I'm ignorant. You know, I know you can wear whatever you want when yuzu. Yuzu, I'm sorry. Because you know all these people who say, you know, I don't wear mine seasonal. I wear what I want when I want. Girl, do you. Do you. I'm just saying. Doesn't he? I'm just saying that I am a seasonal person. And part of the reason why I'm seasonal, because it's fucking cold here in Chicago. When it get warm outside, I don't want to wear anything that reminds me of the wintertime. I need it light. I need it airy. I need it floral. I need it musky. I need it powdery. I need to feel like I should be flitting through a field of flowers. That's what I need to feel like. Ooh, rapture. I want that one this way. You know, because look, I'm still want, I'm mad because I don't have Ramon Monagal's Kiss My Name. Y'all know, I just really wanted it for the name. Really. I mean, I was hoping it was going to smell good. But really, what intrigued me was the name. You know, Kiss Me Intense, Kiss My Name. Those are things that make me happy. Whew. See, no. I can only take so much of these seasons. Like right now. I think it's like in the 40s today, okay? But earlier this weekend, it was 13 degrees in Chicago on Sunday. Saturday? No, Saturday. Right? See what I'm saying, Vincent? I'm texting him. Ooh, and let's just talk about, can we, speaking of the bullshit, Can we please watch the Nazumato? Oh, if it was a collab, I wouldn't even need to smell it. I would be buying it. Y'all know that. You know that. Okay, I'll text him, Vincent. Does he have your number? I'll text him. Okay, let's talk about the Nazumato board. Nazum. Let's just look at this. If you have not seen it, you're gonna see it today. Okay, so I'm gonna tell him he need to call you. Shall we watch this? And they did 2 minutes of this shit. That part, I said, did they really do that? Do they really have her wearing a strap on? See, that's my thing. This does not look like I want to smell like it. I want to smell it, but I don't want to necessarily smell like it. Because this space just looks sweaty. And I was going to say something. Now, I will say, clearly knows his imagery. Right, let me turn this off before they do. Let me right, because they're going to demonetize my explanation. I'm sorry. Oh, go look at it. Go look at the whole thing. That's just the beginning. The damn thing is over 2 minutes long. It's 2 minutes long. And it is definitely a dungeon. It is a very stylized dungeon, I will say. Full of beautiful people and everything. I've been to dungeons that everybody don't look that good. I'm just saying they don't look that good. No. Dungeons are filled with hi the life Ava. You're new. Welcome. Dungeons are usually filled with some quite interesting looking people. Right? Yes, Valencia. Dungeons can usually quite interesting. I mean, I've met some beautiful people in that community because I think we as not we but the collective right 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 we the collective of our society is we equate a person's character with their sexuality, which is the most bizarre shit ever. And that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, people, like, the righteous, act like if you like to do some things, then that makes you as a person terrible, weird, the whole litany of things. When all that means is you might like to do some shit. And that is why so many people are repressed, depressed. Girl, I'm waiting for sandals to weather too. Depressed, repressed, and stressed. Living lives of unhappiness because that fundamental part of them is being told that it's wrong. Because the righteous think that it's terrible. Right. And spring is in St. Louis. I'm jealous. I think we're gonna be in 50. We're gonna be a high of 50. Woohoo. But honestly, so often people are seen as something is wrong. Like this is a character flaw. Being sexually adventurous, being honest about your sexuality is considered wrong, right? I mean, honestly, for real, I was telling Kelly D'Angelo, uh, is that, and stop, um, I used to do um, tongue and mouth techniques, right? And I have, and I started doing them because I met some women who were really repressed. And I have, during that time that I was doing them, I met so many women that were in the church, and all this stuff, who were afraid to even give oral. I said that so much better than what was about to come out. Because they felt that it was nasty and they couldn't do it. And feeling like, that there was something wrong with them. Okay. Y'all about to make me shut this off if y'all keep talking about this good weather, and I'm sitting up here talking about it. It's 40 and trying to feel good about it. I'm gonna need y'all to stop talking. Um, and it's a really sad state. And it was so sad, because I mean, we're talking about women who are married, and I was like, that's the door you leaving open. Not to say that people don't cheat for whatever reason, but you leaving the door open. You leaving the door open for they talk because they messing with me. People like to mess with me about this weather thing. And I really wish I could move someplace that was warm. I really wish they paid teachers better, because if they did, in 3 years I'd be out of Chicago. But every place that pay good either is overpriced, like California, or it's north. That's okay. That's okay. But yeah, I'm and it's so interesting that because that's like me, it's in our society, sex is considered a character flaw. I mean, because some of the nicest people I met were in the fetish world. Some of the nicest people I met were in the fetish world. Just sweet and kind. It ain't got shit to do with it. But I might come over, and somebody might be getting, tied up on the rack. And I'm like, if they like it, I find it interesting. Because it's always quite interesting. It's always, that's like, I'm just saying, it's always quite interesting when you go to these affairs. You be like, oh, okay. The interesting thing has always been, whenever I've gone to things like that, and I haven't gone in years, this is another life, when I was, hanging out a little more. The interesting thing is that some used to always think that I was a dame. I'm like, no, baby. I'm just hanging out. I remember one party I went to. It was like one sub just kept following me around. I was like, okay. And then the doms always try to break me. I'll be like, y'all know y'all can't break me, right? Now, that is true. And see, that's my whole point, Vincent. When I'm watching it, I guess, what they did is call it sadomaso. Okay, so you're going, I just don't see, and I would have to smell this, because to me, looking at that visual, right, all I see is sweaty. I just see it. What I saw, and this is just me from being into those worlds, I find it kind of pandering to me, because that's not what they want out. You know what I'm saying? They don't necessarily put all that out there. The people who put it out there are the people trying to be seen and make a big deal about it and make money off of it. The real people who are in that world, in that scene, are very quiet about it, because that's their personal thing. I think we live in a time where everybody's trying to push their envelope. I'm just curious to see what it smells like, because I've been in those scenes and those places don't smell good. I'm just going to say that right now. If you have ever been in a space like that, in a dungeon or a party, they don't smell that good. What they smell like is what you think it does. It smells like sweat and bodily fluids. Right? I don't know what that person is saying, because that doesn't make sense to me. But you know what I'm saying? It smells like sweat and bodily fluids. And not everybody's bodily fluids is something I want to smell. So that's all. I'm just going to put that out there in all honesty. So when I saw that, that's what it reminded me of. So I was like, what is it going to smell like? Oh, no, they would never buy it from that. Oh, no, they would never buy it from that, Vincent, because no, they wouldn't. Mm-mm. Like I said, when I saw it, here's what I say. No, you know what it is? It's for the vanilla people who want to feel like they got a little twist. That's what he's doing it for. He's doing that for vanilla people so he can for shock value. That's what that whole thing is, for shock value. Because because did you get it? Please explain. Um and he's doing it for exactly, Vincent. I've been in there. They don't smell good. You gotta be in the moment to really like it. Because if you just kind of hang it out, you be like, real talk. It can smell like ass. Let's just be honest. Can we just put it? Can we just put it out there? It smells like ass sometimes. Oh, get off it. Why? Okay, well, let's get you off of here, the life of Ava. Why? You, you know what I'm saying? So I'm curious, because it gonna smell like ass, because that's what that room. You 17, girl. Get off my. Why aren't you in class? Why are you in here, girl? Stop talking to me. Um, right? Can we remove her? I'm gonna have to ban this one. I love you. You sweet girl, but you gotta go because you 17. You should be in class right now. Stay in school. But yeah, I mean, it just. I'm like, what? What are we doing? And and I mean, so people who kind of know it gonna be like, huh? And and it's really. I was watching. I was like, so we gonna just do it. But that reminds me of the people who really make a point of letting you know this is what they're doing. Like, I know a lot of people who are in that scene, and you ain't gonna know them unless they're in the moment. They're professionals, because most of these people in the scene are very professional. So they're not walking around doing it, and they don't want that shit put out there, because they understand that people will judge them based on that. You know what I'm saying? Not that there's anything wrong with what they're into, but people will judge them. And so the discretion is part of the scene. Let's just be honest. Discretion is part of the scene, because most of the people are are um are professionals, and they don't want this, and they don't want this out there. No. I mean, like, you have to kind of know and be aware of things to know what you're seeing. Like, I know when I see a collared person, right? I know that because I understand that. So I understand. Good morning, QM. So, um, because that's what it's supposed to be. I mean, because of the way people are judged based on it, this is something that you can't tell everybody. Besides the fact, unless there's a reason for it, like I have talked openly over the years about my sexuality, but it is not to be like, I do this, I do that. It is to help people, to other women, to feel comfortable with their thoughts and the things they want to do or have done. Because so often, like I've said, elevated from a whore to a goddess because I stopped looking at myself as a nasty person or, oh my God, ashamed of my sexuality because that doesn't define who I am. It's just a part of me. And if this gives me, I enjoy it, then I enjoy it. And it's okay, and it should be okay. And it shouldn't be something that defines who you are seen on a professional level, on a um, personal level. That does not define your character because you might like something like discipline, or you live a lifestyle like this, or you live a lifestyle like that. That doesn't make it wrong. It just means that you have a different desire and need. I always say if you're doing something, and because like this is how this is when my one of my older sisters decided that something was wrong with me. This is a true story. This is why I be giving my fucking family the side eye. Years ago, one of my older sisters, she grew up with this lady. All the years I knew her for years, she was in an abusive relationship, like getting her ass whooped for years. I mean, like decades. She was on and off with this one man. He used to whoop her ass. And I mean, dot her eye, just terrible, right? Um, ooh, from start to finish. That's a good one. Um, and so eventually they broke up. I think he died. I can't remember if Oscar died. And so then she moved away and she got with this guy. And my sister was like, I don't know, how she with him, because the guy was a little guy and everything, whatever. And so at one point, she was telling me that the girl, her friend, said, you know, something. How did she put it? Pain is love, or something like that, or something. Something where to the effect that pain was good, right? Because I think something came up where where it was like said like it came out like he had done something, like he had spanked her or something. And she said, pain is good, or pain is something, right? And my sister comes to me like, she's like, you know what she said? Blah, 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 right? So my response was, listen, clearly she likes that. So I think it's better that she's with a man who's going to give it to her in a pleasurable way than for the violence that was pushed upon her for decades. Because I said that, my sister went and told, now this is a real true story, went and told my nephews that I'm a dominatrix, that I'm this, that I'm that, because I didn't get appalled by what was happening. And all I said was, better her to be with somebody who's going to give her what she enjoys in a controlled way, that she's not being physically beat, and giving her what she wants. Clearly she likes it. And to be quite honest, there's a lot of women, right? No, but the thing was is that I think that she was always into that, and this is a real statement, and I can say this from being around women. There are women who don't understand that, or don't or are afraid to seek that out. Better to find somebody like a Dom who's a good guy, um, who's a good guy, right? Who's going to give you that what you desire without harm, giving you physically harm, or telling you, or you got safe words, you have rules, the things that come along with being in that scene, if correct, because some of these people in that scene are lying. There's a lot of women that might not be in abusive relationships if they found that source, right? And that's the truth. And understand, Alicia, that being in that world does not mean you are getting beat. There are different types of levels of what you need. It could just be you need to be disciplined, and discipline can be words. It doesn't have to be to the level that everybody assumes it is, because that is what is portrayed out there. Everything has levels. If it's done correctly, I think it's fine for some women. That's why I always said, everybody got mad about Rihanna and Chris Brown, but the reality was is that Rihanna is into that, and she pushed Chris to a space to get what she needed, but he didn't know what he was doing. And you can tell that because her next album was about S&M. And you can tell that because there was a shift in how she was, and she was a much calmer person. Right. And so, but see, that's the thing, is that oftentimes there are some women, not saying all, but there are some women who do get off on that punishment side, but they need it in a more recreational way. Whereas the way they're getting it is in the harmful way, because they don't understand that, because they're looking for that. Right. Oh, she was terrible. Right. No, 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 no. She didn't say that the pain from those beatings were love. What it was is she got with a guy after the fact, a new guy who might, spank her. He was just, and so I think that was at the time that because the beatings had something totally different. But like when she was with this new guy, he was doing it very, he was just like, it was mild, and it was controlled. And I met him, and he was a dom, and so she was with a dom, as opposed to this guy years before who's beating the hell out of her. And that's what I was telling my sister. I said, well, clearly this is something she needs and desires. Better her to be with this guy who is not trying to beat the hell out of her than the guy before who beat her ass for decades. And she went back, and she went back, and she went back. And so this one helped her through it. And she wound now, if I'm not mistaken, she's not even into that. Right? Oh yeah, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like for her, yeah. And that's what I was trying to tell my sister, was that this guy is actually, I'd rather her be there than where she was, because at least this is not like he's trying to put black in her eye or something. He just, he tapping her ass a little bit. Okay, tap her ass. But he wasn't like doing the things. Like I have a friend that for years, real talk, I tried to find her a dime. And the reason why was because she kept, and she didn't come from this I knew her family, so this wasn't coming from a space of something she saw happening. You know what I'm saying? It was clearly, this was a personal desire of hers. So she kept getting with guys who would abuse her. And I started looking for a dime on the low. I did find her one eventually, because I feel like I'm gonna need to find her somebody, so she stops getting with these men looking for something from them that they don't know how to give her, right? And that's what I'm saying. She was looking for that because that gave her pleasure. She liked the spankings and the mild discipline, but not understanding or knowing where to find this, or feeling slightly ashamed of it, she then felt she was getting with abusive men, getting smacked and shit, to the point that I done jumped on Negroes, thinking that, and then that's when I had to wake up, because y'all know I'm crazy. I saw it happen and I jumped on the Negro's back and was beating his ass. And then she pulled me off and stopped me. And that's why I had to understand, oh, oh, oh. And then I started watching her dynamics with men, and I said, oh, so she's kind of pushing for this. Whereas you hit this chick, just know I'm trying to kill your ass. That's the way I roll. You hit me, I'm going to try to fucking kill you. So that's my automatic response. But then I had to see, oh, this is something she enjoys. Okay. So that means that I need to help her find this, because these are the people I know. I know people in this world. So I low key introduced her to one. Not told her what it was, but I knew she would be attracted, because the things that she had done over the years was like, why are you letting men treat you like this? But she got off on the humiliation. She got off on those things that was just appalling to me. But once I looked at it from that perspective, then I said, oh, okay, this is just who she is and what she likes. But instead of being treated terribly and allowing it, find somebody that'll give her those scenes when she needs it without being abusive. And that I did. I think that's being a good friend, don't you? How do I do this? The life Ava. Okay, I'm gonna have to go in here online and not just block you. But yeah, so I was just trying to make sure that she was taken care of. And so I'm saying that to say that, looking at that, it was like, oh, okay. You know what it reminded me of? Look at this video. It reminded me of what was the damn thing that everybody was watching, and everybody was like, oh my God, it's so good. What's the book and the movie? I want to say Eyes Wide Shut, but that was stupid too. What is it? And y'all know what I'm talking about, because it was really hot and everybody was like, oh my God, it's so sexy. And it was about the man and the woman. She worked for him, and he was like, what is it called? Y'all know what I'm talking about. That video reminded me, 50 Shades of Grey. Thank you. That video, holy water. Right. But the video reminded me of 50 Shades of Grey, which is what it really ain't. You know what I'm saying? Because people who are in the scene did not like 50 Shades of Grey. And so it just reminded me of that. It was like, oh, it said yeah. But it was for the vanilla crowd, right? It was for the vanilla crowd that made them feel like something. You know what I'm saying? To make them feel naughty. So it was for the hi QM, it just went out because we started looking at a video. Okay, QM, go look up Nasamato on IG, and this is a fragrance house, and look at their new video that they just put out for their new fragrance called Sadomaso, and you will know what we're talking about. And then you'll be like, oh, this is how the whole conversation gets started. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for spending this morning with me. I'm about to go. I'm going to take a little nap, and then I'm going to get to write, because it's going to take me about 2 hours to write this paper and do my training. Whew, y'all. Vincent, babe, look, Wait a minute, but before we leave, Vincent, tell them how was Paris and Venice? Yeah. I mean, first off, okay. When can I talk about it? At midnight? Girl, bye. Right? I'm gonna talk about it whenever. It just come out. Usually I try to keep things late night, but we just get into a conversation and get into a conversation. Um, was Paris and Venice all you wanted it to be? Before we go, because I'm, like I said, calling me jealous because you were in Paris and Venice. Just calling me jealous. So how was it? You found a new Jasmine there. Yeah, right. You never know where these labs are gonna go. They could be very vanilla and then get rocky road on your. Ooh, sounds good. We excited. Oh, but Vincent, before we go, is there anything new coming out soon? Oh, y'all did see he did send it. But aren't there some aren't there some new things coming out, Vincent? Don't we have some new stuff coming out soon? Hint, hint. Just be aware some new things are coming out soon. Be ready. Evelyn Cecile. Where's she at? Where I put her at? Where did I put her? I have this little hint. Candyman Blackthorn Dream Lover. Ooh. I was excited. I was excited. Oh my God. I need to stop pulling this out. This is Bees and Butterflies for the new people. I waited for this and I waited for this and I'm so glad it came out. I'm going to be wearing this all spring and summer. I'm about to do my niche underrated. You know this going to be on it, right? Bees and butterflies. See? Because it's got... Yeah, because it needs the warmth, because it's got that beeswaxy vibe to it. You can smell the beeswax in it. Ooh, it's good. Yeah, guys, because I can't wear it now. Because it's 40 degrees outside. I'm still wearing it. Oh my God. Y'all. If y'all had these two, this is Candy. This last thing I'm going to say before I get off here. This is Candyman and Sugar Ring. Do y'all know? I layered these together. Oh my goodness. I smell so good. I smelled so good. I smell so good. Dang, I need to use a lot of this sugar one up. Yes. I smell so sweet and delicious. All right, y'all. Let me get off of here. I was smelling myself all day. But I smell myself all day. I mean, at work like, oh, you smell good, girl. Okay. Okay. All right, y'all. I will see y'all later. Talk to you all later. Bye-bye.